Just a wee quick walk today. First time I've actually been down here in a while. Just a lot of things happening. Very busy with life in general, working, children, that sort of thing. Some lovely sticks of hazel down here. So this tree came down in November 2021, I think, and we've got a lot of that up the road. We've made a few bowls and things out of that for the wood turn and stuff. A lot of the stuff we make from is all local forestry, so it doesn't have many miles on it. But I'll have a wee wander, see what's changed down here. It's about the first time I've been down here properly in a long time. This is always very disappointing to see. I'll come down and clear that up soon. Just come down and launch it, forget about it. You can see down here where the mill, a little waterfall at the mill. The lathe just at the side, just running along the side here. If you pan round, you'll see where the river starts to get a little bit slower on this side. Crack at a big beech tree fell. Good few hundred years. If I could only tell the stories. And the other year, that's where we had that landslide the other year. So you can see the fences at the top with the white signage. So that's still closed off. That's the old low road route before the mine went up there. The old low road just to cut through that wee section. That's all still closed off. I think we'll just have a wee wander over to Wishaw House in the walled garden today. Just a wee quick walk out. But the next wee bit we'll go to is just down at the mill. So I can hear some vehicles, so I'm assuming they're going to be working at the walled garden section. But we'll have a wee stoat over there anyway. If they're working, I'll just skip and bypass that wee bit. Head round the other side. So just entering the mill. Mill is lovely in the springtime. I love it when it's overgrown. Marked up the top here with these two green trees here, two yew trees. Somebody's been 1, 2, and probably going to have more of them. 2 of those holes. And this is a very quiet little bit of river. This is all covered in wild garlic in the springtime. And just now we've got some lovely little snowdrops. And I like this section just where it goes really quiet. And the old wall on the other side. And again, still got that same lane of water. We're coming around, we're running in here to turn the wheel. And just up here you've got the old well, the old Wincy well. Stuck in the wall. Well, he's certainly moved since the last time I was here. Definitely getting worse, which is sad. This is actually still considered private land, so nobody's going to touch that. There's still an owner of the land somewhere. At the top, the Bankhead Ruin. And essentially where the old deer park was. Got a funny feeling they just named it Deer Park because that's where they bred deer for Mr. Belhaven. Let's see if there's any out today. They're definitely working over at the Wishaw House side. There's no sign of anyone at the walled garden area. I'm going to drop down into the back of the Redwoods. What a lovely old cottage. So I wonder who stayed there. Was that a gamekeeper? Forester? Somebody who looked after the mine? Ah, wasn't it that? Cottage was here long before the mine, I think. Got a nice photo of it with the gamekeeper standing in front of it. Yeah, we're going to drop down and head this way. Little squirrel. Yeah. Little quarry there. Nice snowdrop covered floor. We'll drop in just here. Again, lovely growth of yew trees. We dropped in just at the Redwoods here. You can still see remnants of the Japanese knotweed, just how tall that grows. Cracking big beach again. So yeah, they close it off, but it's still accessible. We won't interfere with anything that they're doing if they're down here. Doesn't look like they've cut any trees, which is nice. Last time they came in, they removed a lot of the trees. A lot of the old yew trees just disappeared. And again, you can see it's all fenced off at the other side as well. But the works do need done. They are, the pipe is pretty saggy in the middle. And I think that's what they're updating essentially. You can see the beacons. Bright orange thing in the distance, don't know if you can see it. We'll probably cross over at Temple Gill, head up to Wishaw House, have a wee wander, and then head back. Not going to be out here all day long, but just a quick walk. Got this, got my old camera fixed, so essentially just out trialing that again, getting used to the old patter again. And then we're essentially in the walled garden now, so again a perfect little corner of the woodland. See an old chestnut that we're looking at. There was one on the other side, but that's been chopped a few years ago. And these yew trees again, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everyone just seems out of place in this wee corner. Don't think I've got any pictures of this place as it was. Kinda wish I did. Would have been incredible to see. Let's go up here. We'll probably just head back out the way I came in. Just cut off up to the left, go back to the redwood, take a right, follow the old path there. Check out that, the knotweed in there too. I just love these wee patches of white that we're picking up throughout the walk here. Big old collapses from the mine works. Not a couple of how we used to call these the bomb craters when we were younger. In fairness, that's what it looked like. I'm always sceptical of these when I see a hole like this covered in sticks. Don't like it. Forces certain wildlife through a certain gap, and there could be a snare or something there. There we are. Next time you join us, we'll be on crossing over at Temple Gill. I think I might need 2 hands for this wee bit here. Quite slidey. So I'll see you at Temple. So down there you can see this sort of brick structure just here, and a little gap to the right of that. So the little gap was where the mine was. I was talking to the guy who owned the mine, or he didn't own his father owned the mine. He was just a kid at the time. But he was telling me that the trucks would back up to the concrete block, coal would come out straight on the back of the truck, and he reckons there was less than a dozen wagons of waste out of this mine. It was pretty much, in his mind, 100% sort of pure coal coming out of it. So yeah, it was interesting to hear that this little corner that I thought was buildings and stuff was actually just a loading bay. So yeah, there's kind of builds up and there's another sort of buildings at the top and stuff like that. But yeah, wee loading bay. Anyway, I'm going to just drop down here now, so again I'm still not at Temple Gill actually. I lied earlier. But I'll see you there in 2 minutes. Go back over the bridge and walk. See just across the water there, the other resident redwood. Big orange thing sticking straight up in the middle. 5-finger point. Breaking point for those of you who know what that is. Or is that a 4-finger breaking point? I can't remember. Yeah, you can see the yew trees sticking up in the back, nice pointy green things. A lot of spruce, pine. So just round the corner to the right hand side, we'll drop down, head up Temple Gill, we'll come out at Wishaw House. So if you're able to, you can go up that way. If you struggle with your walking and stuff, then don't. Head up St Winifred's Way instead. Yeah, I've not seen anybody today. Quiet wee forest today. In fact, I've seen one person walking. It's been a while since I've had this sort of silence where you're just listening to rain and stuff. It's really nice. yeah, so I just walked along the low road a wee bit there. There was somebody coming down. She looked a bit hesitant to keep walking while I was there, so I wanted to head up the same path, so I just moved along a wee bit, let her pass and then head up myself. So just gotta can understand the worry and things like that. So yeah, we basically crossed Gill there, came up this path. We're just going to follow the path round all the way up there and out at Wishaw House essentially. And again, it's not one to walk if you struggle with balance or anything like that, so just take your time and have a wander. So up here I can already hear the generators run and smell them too. And we've got the mines below us. I think it's still fenced off. It's there. Quite a deep hole now, so it is. So yeah, again, I love this wee corner. Overlooks the walled garden. Can't see much in the summer time, but we'll see if we can get a wee bit of a view of the canopy of the garden, which will be still got these big holes in the ground. And there's a lovely, again, another big beech tree. There's a couple of beech trees. This there, one and two, just right in front of that raindrop. So that's the toot. That one's where it's just a lovely little quiet spot. Lovely view of the river. Canopy of the walled garden. Beautiful. When we get out this path, we're going to take a right and we'll head along to it. And right now we're basically just walking along one of the driveways towards Wishaw House. There was 3 or 4 sort of main entrances. You can hear people down the bottom, so just that. That was just the man with his dog. I don't like putting people on any sort of video that's going to go out there, so sometimes I will close it off if they appear from nowhere. So yeah, I'll just switch it off and then continue when they're out of sight and stuff. But yeah, so along here and to the left is your, so the gas substation is that way, and in here and to the left is your what do you call it, pet graveyard. And as you walk along, just keep going straight. The ruins of the house will be on the right, and we'll just have a wee wander about essentially. The rain's been on and off today, it's been quite pleasant. Still a bit chilly on the head. Nothing that a good hat doesn't solve. So I'll probably stop somewhere in here and just have a wee cup of tea if it's cooled down enough. So yeah, we'll come along to the ruins now. So what we'll do is we'll walk straight along in front of the house, stay on the path. You'll see the ice house on the right. I'll clamber over these trees. And I'll probably just meet in front of the house while I clamber over these. Just switch you straight back on because there's a wee path. Wee path here that just Walks right round. This was the tennis courts and the bowling green. Bowling green back in the 1800s, coming out in the 1900s. I've moved into a couple of tennis courts. Got a few photos of the people watching on the side here. Got some new photos of different high class people playing and messing about in the front here. And again, nice row of yew trees here to the right. And this pile of bricks is the castle itself. It's a cheek to call it a house. It was most certainly a castle. So yeah, we'll have a wander down here and see what we can see. As you come down and approach that bend, the dovecot is just down to your left here. The ice house is straight ahead, and we're at the end of the house here. We're coming out, we'll be overlooking the Watershaw area. That's a field at Watershaw. The ice house. Again, a big cracking view. I think we're actually just beyond Watershaw. You can hear a sparrowhawk somewhere. I hear a lot of water in the ground, like a continuous dripping. See the old buildings and ruins in here as well. There's another well. Looks very much like the one in Queln, just not as well kept. This one's always easier to find in the winter time when there's no growth, but it's still quite difficult to get your eyes on. Good chance I've already walked past it. Ouch. Poked in the leg. Yeah, I think that might be it there, that little mound in amongst the trees. Another well. There's a few of them on site. There's a few. Just going to have a wee wander over here and have a look at something. See where the animals have been scraping the ground here. I've got a photo. I've been trying to get a placement on it for a long time, and I just can't get a sight on it at all. See if I've got the photo. There it is there. I just can't get a placement on that photo. It says it's Wishaw House, but I thought it would be in this wee section here, but nothing lines up. Path coming down just at the top of a steep embankment with a sharp curve round to the right. But the shape, that U-bend, just doesn't make sense down here. I don't know. I'm beginning to question whether it's even Wishaw House. So I'm just having a look to see if the angle of the photo might have been in this position here. Ah, fantastic view. We do have something that looks like a wildlife run or a pathway maybe. It's lined with these trees. We've got a nice straight line of them. Looks somewhat like a path with an embankment. Sorry. Coming along here. It does run past very close to the crags on the rocks because they're showed on the map. They're on the map, so maybe this is the area that was taken, and this is the path and the walkway down. And the tree, I always tell people, the trees tell me the story. Trees don't usually plant themselves in perfectly straight lines or along a feature so perfectly well, so when I see something like this, it does ring a wee mark in my head saying, yeah, maybe. So what we'll do is we'll walk down, we'll cross water, and then we'll, can we get back up there? I can't remember. It might be closed off, so I can't go, we obviously can't go over the pipe and stuff because it's all blocked off and we're not that way inclined. So I'll do this in a way that I can double back on myself and try and do a circular route here. But yeah, this is looking quite promising. Marks with rhododendrons, maybe a bit of privacy. A bit overgrown. Don't know if we can fight our way through this. Oh, I don't know what that was, but he's startled it anyway. And yeah, we're still on some sort of path. You can see where it, I would need to check the map, but you can see where it sort of leads round. We've got this raised embankment here, which could just be roots, it could be something else, but usually you find moss like that I don't know, grows along the rocks at the walled garden, for example. You see that quite frequently. But let's have a quick gander on the map and see if we can see anything. So there's where we're walking down this path that's closest to the river. You can see the rocks here. Excuse the big stupid finger pointing. You can see the rocks, and it does come down and it doubles round on itself down towards the river. So I'm just wondering if that's what we're coming out at here. Footbridge is just further along there. So yeah, maybe this was the one. Oh, that was quite sore. Jagged in the leg. Right. So let's cut round here. Whoa. Slidey down here anyway. So it takes you out of the river there. Footbridge is just along here. Watershaw's just there. So yeah, that's quite possible that's where the photo was, maybe. Let's get down here. Fell again. Just having a wee look just to see if there's any wildlife or anything kicking about before we go plodding our way through. You need to be mindful of stuff like this. It looks quite boggy. Goes a shoe or two in there. So it's hard to imagine this is just in Wishaw. Right, let's run up here and then find our bearings again. So there's a path I'm wanting to head up just here. I'm going to head up this one. That is pretty cool. It's nice to be out. I'm going to sitting underneath this yew tree. Bit of a beast. And so I found the right path where I think it might have been. I'm still on it just now. And I think it comes up here, doubles back, and heads down to the river down there. Just thought I'd get this. As we come up here, just as I came round that corner there was a few wee deer up here. I startled a bird, which as it flew off in that direction, the deer followed that wee bird in that same direction. Oh, there he is. There's another one. A wee oyster catcher. With their funny long beaks. Difficult to tell if it's oyster catcher. They're not black and white. Oh, I can't remember. Might have been the curlew. Sure, curlews were brown with a curly nose. I didn't get to see that nose. Hopefully it's on that video and I can slow it down and maybe see if it's got a curly beak. Nice little ford there for crossing. If you've got your wellies on. Little ford in the river. Oh, there's another one. Now he's got a straight beak. Straight beak. Beak. Beak, beak. So yeah, another big pile of variant of knotwood apparently. Different tips on it. I can see the tails and the white of a deer up there bouncing through the forest. But we'll need to find a path somewhere. I'll wander up a path because I'm highly doubtful that I'm going to get through this with relative ease. Whoops, don't really want to fall down there. Oh, another wee couple there just wandering about. I don't really want to be cutting through this and scaring them all. So I'll try and find a proper path to walk. You can see where the deer have been digging away at the ground here. Just where my foot is. And there's the path we'll follow. This will take us up to the path behind Wishaw House. And we'll come out onto the red ash path. This path isn't very well used these days because when they cut the trees down up here they blocked it. And I think a lot of people miss it when they come walking down here. But again, not much trees grow in a straight line in nature. And again, we've got a hedgerow of trees along this line, and it's that sort of thing. It tells me that we are actually on a, when you look at that you can see that it's an old road or an old path. So when the trees tell the story, that's essentially what I mean. So they do talk, just not verbally, more of a visual speaker, so there. So, yep, we'll come up here, probably start heading back shortly. head back for some lunch. And you'll see where they cut the trees and just use the tractor to launch them down the hill. And it blocked off a couple of these paths. So you can see where the logs and stuff are there. It's not as bad in the winter time. Looks a lot more enclosed, unless they've moved them. Anyway, I'm going to head off just now. We'll have a wee wander down here and check out Breakneck. Mark a post. Love that yew tree there. So now we're just at Breakneck Bridge. The bridge used to run along here, over the top, connect to the other side. I think it was more of an ornamental thing than anything else, not very wide bridge. There is some footage of a little kid running across it in one of the old Kokoza films. So yeah, it was kind of came out, then an archway, joined on the other side. Bit of a wee strange corner the other side there. I don't really know the layout, I don't really know the purpose of it. There is a video somewhere of it. Yeah, there's definitely a video somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to head back up to Wishaw House, probably drop down Temple Gill, and then walk along to the road. To the road? Up the road. Another wee path there. Interesting. Next thing, we're just dropping down back into Temple Gill. Thought I'd just sort of round off the video a little bit here. First time out, and I genuinely don't know how long. Had a lot going on over the last couple of years, but it's nice just to be back out. It's quite weird sometimes just listening to the trees creaking when you're standing beneath them and in that wind. Quite gusty today. Quite a weird feel, just thinking if it's going to come down or not, you know. But yeah, all good. Nice to be out and just listen. Like, see when you stop, when you just take 10 minutes, listen to the wind, river, birds, machinery, cars, police sirens, fire engines. But yeah, I'm just going to head back up the road to get something to eat. But yeah, it's been nice getting back out again. Just sitting here watching that little bird down there. There's a wee bird, a wee blue tit floating around. So we're going to head back. Wasn't intending to be out as long actually. Thought a quick 20 minutes would be alright, but round the Wishaw House Mill, just in the local Woodland. I got a few ideas on one of the posts on the page the other day about where to visit next and stuff. Some interesting comments about where people enjoy walking, so I might do another few local ones, but just sort of further afield, just a little bit out there. Anyway, I'm going to shoot off. Take care folks, be safe, see you later on.